But hey, okay. Now we'll start with Jenny for the speeches. Ready? Okay. Junaid and Samaya, who are the co-chairs for the older group, I'll hand over to them.
I would firstly like to thank everybody here for coming. It's great to see so many people here from so many different schools and businesses. We are in a crisis. Our planet is being plundered and burned and killed. And yet those in positions of power don't seem to care. They are not doing enough. They are happy to let the minority continue living as they do, making vast amounts of money and living in luxury because they think that, oh, it doesn't affect me, so why should I make my lifestyle less comfortable? But it does affect them. It affects all of us. When all the crops have died, no one can buy them, no matter how much money they have, because money can't buy what doesn't exist. These are the people who are supposed to protect us. They are the people who are supposed to do all they can to give us a future, the best future possible and the safest future possible. And they are supposed to take responsibility for the issues that they and their generation cause and do what they can to fix them. But instead, all they can think about is the colour of our beeping passports. Who cares? When the We have 11 years left to reverse this. 11! So if they won't do anything of their own accord, then we must force them to. And every single one of you here today are helping. Every single one of you are demonstrating to the government that we want change. But what they are doing is not enough, and that unless they get their act together, and soon, our future will be lost to famine and heat waves and war. You don't have to listen to me. The government doesn't have to listen to me. But you know the science, and so does the government. So I ask you to take that science and act on it. Don't act on my word. Act on the facts. Thank you. I do believe Jenny has got a speech now.
Hi, I'm Jenny. I'm 13 and I go to St. Bede's Interchurch School here in Cambridge. Anyone from St. Bede's? Yes? No? Yes? Yes, shout out to St. Bede's. You have no idea how great it is to see all of you out here today, and I can't think of a better way to kick off our week-long strike. By each of you standing out here today, it shows how much we, the very children and future of this planet, care. As children, each of us are taught to respect our elders, so we did. When the government told us they would do something, we believed them. When our schools told us striking was a bad idea and we'd miss crucial parts of our education, we believed them. When our families told us it would be unsafe to protest and strike, we believed them. And when our peers said it was a worthless cause and doesn't affect us anyways, we believed them too. But now, we stand out here together today to show that we don't care what they think anymore. Respecting our elders has wasted far too much time. We are the generation that is done listening. The government said they would do something. They didn't. So we will. Our schools told us we'd fail tests, so we striked and then aced every single one. Our families told us it would be unsafe, so we blocked roads and continue to raise our voices. And our peers, well, it's their very own future that we are fighting for. We are done listening to the older. We are done listening to the older generations of this planet who put us in this position in the first place and now refuse to take action. This generation has taken matters into our own hands, and this generation will be the one to make the change. Thank you so much for coming out today, and I'll see you next week at the vigil.
Forward a little bit.
Hello everyone, thank you for coming out here to demand climate justice. Shout out if you want me facing this side. Shout out if you want me facing that side. The other two face that side. All sides. When I was practicing my speech, I realised it was actually 6 minutes long. So I'm gonna just do a bit of a. I'm just gonna do a bit of a snippet of it and do the whole thing tomorrow, next week on the Friday vigil. So you better be there. If I can find it. Can you believe it's only been 7 months since our first strike in February? Just think about how much we have achieved in 7 months. We have brought climate change from just a fringe topic and a side issue to something at the front of people's minds and at the front of the political compass. Before, it felt like we had more important things to discuss about, like a certain B word I dare not mention. I mean, it almost felt like we were talking about this completely different planet we were destroying. And in the meantime, we were just supposed to get on with our lives. Fast forward by less than a year, and thanks to Greta Thunberg, Extinction Rebellion, and you guys, thanks to you guys, now the politicians and the media cannot get away with not mentioning climate change. And it's not even just climate change anymore. They have to say it is a climate crisis that is going to lead to a complete climate breakdown. We have changed the political sentiment about the environment so much that Jeremy Corbyn a few months ago put forward a motion to declare a climate emergency, and it passed. Our parliament became the first in the world to declare a climate emergency. And it's not even just parliament being affected. I was at a meeting last week when about climate change, and one of the speakers was Pete Monaghan from the UCU. He gave a public thanks to the Youth Strike for Climate movement, because before, people like him had been trying to get organisations at the UCU on board, but they wouldn't listen. But thanks to your amazing efforts of coming out here and being brave when you should have been just being in school, you have persuaded people like the UCU that this is a real emergency, and they have shown their support. That is what you have done through your efforts and your bravery. Give yourself a round of applause, people. So, there's a lot of people here today, so just in case you don't know, and this chant works, you say climate change, then I say something else, then you say climate change, then I say something else, and we keep doing that until the media all over the world sees us. You ready? All right, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. The globe is warming. We gotta stop it now. The seas are rising. We gotta stop it now. The land is flooding. We gotta stop it now. The forests are dying. We gotta stop it now. Ice caps are melting. We gotta stop it now. More storms are occurring. We gotta stop it now. The crops are failing. We gotta stop it now. There's a loss of habitat. They gotta stop it now. Burning tons of oil. We gotta stop it now. Farming intensively. We gotta stop it now. Using loads of chemicals. We gotta stop it now. Using tons of plastic. We gotta stop it now. Fracking our country. We gotta stop it now. Making wars for oil. We gotta stop it now. They're trying to listen. But we gotta stop it now. And if we don't wanna die, we gotta stop it now. The globe is warming. We gotta stop it now. The seas are rising. We gotta stop it now. The land is flooding. We gotta stop it now. The forests are dying. We gotta stop it now. Ice caps are melting. We gotta stop it now. The storms are occurring. We gotta stop it now. The crops are failing. We gotta stop it now. There's a loss of habitat. We gotta stop it now. They're burning tons of oil. We gotta stop it now. Farming intensively. We gotta stop it now. Using loads of chemicals. We gotta stop it now. Using tons of plastic. We gotta stop it now. Fracking our country. We gotta stop it now. Making laws for oil. We gotta stop it now. They're trying to listen. But we gotta stop it now. And if we don't wanna die, we gotta stop it now. Thank you, everyone. We're gonna pass my phone to you.
Hi everyone. So, I was just thinking, our world now is presented with 2 roads to go down. The first road is the road that we are on now. The road where we ignore all the signs across it. The road where we give no regard to any other living creature around us. This road has nothing but consumption and no production for the things around us. But it doesn't have to be this way. There is a second road. This road, we stand together and we unite. We recognize that the climate crisis is a crisis, and we must stand together, arm in arm, brothers and sisters, anything in between. We must stand together, for we cannot defeat a crisis with only a few of us. This strike now proves that we have the numbers to defeat it. We are running out of time, but if I keep saying it again, we must unite as one, stand together and create a place, a world of coexistence between mankind and the wildlife that has given us everything. The wildlife that has supported us through thick and through thin. It is up to you, all of you, to do your part. For if everybody does their part, then one day we may watch the sunrise on a world of prosperity, of climate justice, and we can live in peace.
I'm from the Perth. Forget Brexit. We have 2 intrinsically linked problems: the climate crisis and inequality.
And yet, this is all ignored by politicians who continue to do everything for the advancement of their careers, rather than focus on the colossal issues facing this country and the world as a whole. And there is a solution, and it is not an easy solution, and will mean sacrifices having to be made. We need a Green New Deal with tax increases on those who can afford them, and a more ambitious 2030 carbon neutrality target. And yet, politicians continue to ignore the central issue, the unregulated economic system based purely on growth and profit. A system where you have CEOs in the oil industry making billions and being rewarded for destroying our earth and burning the Amazon. A system where the impoverished, those most affected by climate change, live on scraps. People say life is unfair. Well, to them I say, you can do things to make it fairer for billions of people and tackle the climate catastrophe. We are in the midst of a sixth mass extinction, of melting polar ice caps and drought, and these calamities are being given nothing less than an afterthought by politicians and fossil fuel burning multinational corporations with vested interests. This is a crisis being left to happen by the ignorance, the naivety of our world leaders who continue not to heed our fateful words.
Thank you for that brilliant speech. Now we have Shane to give us one more speech, and then it's over to the adults, I think.
Yes, Shane.
Camborne Village College. Shout out to Camborne Village College! Woo! Hi everyone. How are you today? Good? Hi, my name is Shane. I'm 13 years old. I'm in year 8. I go to a secondary school called Camborne Village College, as you know. And I came here today to strike for my future and your future. Why should I worry about my exams, GCSEs, A-levels, when I'm not going to be able to breathe properly by then? Why should I have to worry about this as a kid? We all are together and we should remain together. One people, one race, one planet. We